Forget where the mothership, this is where it all began. Once upon a time, the characters we grew up with, Snow White. Snow White fans here? The Evil Queen. Captain Hook, yes? And get ready, we're gonna find out about a couple other iconic characters maybe coming up this season. According to Twitter, I follow you guys on Twitter, you are very passionate about this show. You care a lot about these guys. You care about their happiness, you care about their safety, and most importantly, you care about who they're gonna fall in love with. So, that being said, where are the Rumpel fans out there? The Captain Swan fans? And you gotta ask about those Evil Regals. And we'll get to the rest of you, I promise. So without further ado, let's bring out the Storybrooke gang. First two gentlemen, it's been minutes since you've seen them. The incredible Eddie Kitsis and Adam Horowitz. Welcome back. How have you been?
Are you sick of us yet?
No.
Where am I now?
She's the heart of Storybrooke. She's Snow White, Mary Margaret, Ginny Goodwin. And her grown-up daughter, Emma Swan, Miss Jennifer Morrison. This woman kills at will, but we can't stop loving her. She's the Evil Queen, Regina, Miss Ivana Perea. Well, we all feel safe with Prince Charming in charge, Mr. Josh Dowd. Well, let's all give a big hello, dearie. Appearance at Comic-Con, Bobby Carlisle, Mr. Gold. She's been left behind in Storybrooke, but not in our hearts. Maybe the mayor of Storybrooke, who knows? She's Belle, Miss Emily DeRavin. And two more gentlemen making their very first Comic-Con appearance. This guy was backstage telling me he's a fan, he's been collecting toys. He's a guy with a hook. And last but not least, I was so sure this guy was dead. He's escaped death time and time again. Balfire and Mr. Michael Raymond James.
Well played, sir.
Michael and Josh, I think you have a story to tell us to start things out here.
Well, we made a gentleman bet.
I lost a bet.
You lost a bet, and this is, he made up the rules, that's all I'm saying.
Well, I'd like to ask the cast who's been on the Jolly Roger all summer, what's it been like on that ship? What trouble have you been getting into on your way to Neverland?
It's been wet.
The world is still rocking. It's been bruise-inducing.
I think it's been great.
Is everyone getting along well on this journey? Lana?
What's that?
Are you getting along well on this journey to Neverland on the boats?
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a bit rocky, but it's been fun.
Of course, those are the actors, not the characters.
Well, Eddie, Adam, there's a new format this season. 11, tell us about what we're going to expect in the fall and the spring.
Yeah,
we're in the fall running basically 11 episodes in a row uninterrupted, and then the same for this spring. So
we will no longer air one episode every 7 months. And then not know when the show is on. We're doing 11 and 11.
Well, all of you guys have very complex backstories, but some of you, I would say, more than others. Josh, I was hoping you could go back in your memory and try to recount the tale of the twins. What has been their journey?
What, both of them together?
You know what you can remember about where they've been?
Well, of course they were separated. They were separated when they were very young. And, they grew up very differently. They had, different parents, different circumstances, which made them very different people. And of course, one of them is, he's no longer with us, but we can always go back and see him, I'm assuming. And Charming is on his own journey now, and he is, growing and going forward.
don't tell him about the triplet.
Yeah. And Michael, you're the other one I wanted to kind of recount your character's history because it's been very, very complicated.
Can I have Josh answer that?
But do it as Michael. Fine, Michael, tell them about the last 300 years.
Well, yeah. It's a lot. How much time do we have? Yeah, he's had a rough go, but it's getting better.
Getting better. Well, Ginny, it was a very violent year for Snow White. She had a lot of loss in her life. We saw the death of her mother. We saw the death of Mrs. Padmore from Downton Abbey.
We love her.
How is she still keeping the sunny side up?
Well, I think that what we learned last season is that she doesn't always. And that, I guess what goes up must come down. And so Snow White has always been sort of at one extreme end of a pendulum swing, and she went very, very far in the other direction. So now it's a matter of finding again who she is.
Well, Lana, do you think that the Evil Queen deserves to be forgiven?
I really don't think she's that bad.
Well, Bobby...
We all have our faults.
What's it?
I said we all have our faults.
We all have our faults. Bobby and Lana, could you kind of recount, could you remember all the people you've killed, as many as you can?
In character.
There was this whole town. How many are living there again?
I remember a snail.
About 3,000 snails a year. In the hundreds, 500 possible.
What was your
possibly
favorite,
thousands.
kill?
My favorite kill is coming up in season 3.
Well, let's talk about season 3. It was a struggle initially for you guys to get the rights to Neverland. Eddie, I know that Peter Pan was your favorite. Tell us about the journey to bring this to the show.
Well, the journey was really us waiting for lawyers to figure it out, so the tale is not as interesting. But this year, what we really are excited about is last year we saw the Shadow, we saw the Darlings, we've met Captain Hook, we have not yet met Peter Pan, and we have not yet seen Neverland, and that is where we are going.
Adam, are we to believe that Peter Pan is evil?
Peter Pan is, he's got a complicated motivation that maybe it's a little different than you've seen before.
He might be frightening to some people.
Well, there's somebody on this panel, missing. Little Henry's been kidnapped, yes?
Yeah, no, that's why he couldn't be here. Has anybody seen Jared Gilmore?
Save Henry. Save Henry, people. Save him.
Well, the gang, you've been filming now for 2 weeks. Can you give us a sense of the look of Neverland? The iconic, is there a Skull Rock? Is there a Mermaid Grotto? What are some of the places you're going to take us to?
We don't know what we can
Eddie?
say. Well, you're smiling.
they only know the first script. We will be seeing a lot of Neverland, and there will be different areas, and some, of course, will be those that you remember from the book, and of course we'll always have our own spin on it, but it is a fantastical island, and if you remember, it is the place where imagination comes from. So it is a place where anything can happen.
And word is that we're going to be meeting Tinkerbell soon.
I would be awfully disappointed if we went to Neverland, but the truth is you all have to believe to see her.
Yeah.
Adam, what kind of sprite is Tinkerbell going to be? Who is this creature you're conceiving?
Again, it's taking the icon and putting our spin on it, and how we introduce her and who she is hopefully going to be surprising, because we're going to find she has a surprising connection to someone at this table.
Ooh. Well, the obvious choice, I guess, would probably be Colin.
Surprising.
That was Colin. He spent all that time there. The question is, who else did
Who else? Okay. Well, Colin, you've been kind of a huge addition to the show this past year. They instantly adore you. Tell us about how you found your Captain Hook. Is there any of Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow in that?
Well, no, not really. Actually, when I met Eddie and Adam first, we sort of talked about a different spin that maybe, I might try and put on Hook. So he's kind of, he's a little bit Princess Bride, sort of. He's a little bit, there's a good few of my friends from back home in there, and it's weird because we were shooting a scene the other night, and once you put the leather jacket on, I just become this sort of weird, sort of innuendo.
You mean guys?
We say that Colin is a gentleman in real life, and Colin is a spicy gentleman in his leather jacket.
I better believe it.
He transforms and says things that Colin would never say.
Maybe.
It's fascinating.
One of the rivalries I loved watching most last season was between Bobby and Colin. How fun has been that Crocodile Hook rivalry? And then talk about the back and forth that you guys have had all season.
On you go, Colin. Well, it was interesting because I remember the first day on set was actually, we were on the Jolly Roger, the actual boat, and we were out, and it was really weird because I was standing across from Robert Carlyle, and I remember going, "Oh, I better not freak out." But it was, I think it was interesting. It was sort of a strange relationship.
It's been great. It was interesting season one. Obviously, a lot of the rivalry was between myself and Lana, so it was nice to kind of introduce something else to it, and a male figure at that. So it's been fantastic, and obviously Colin from Ireland, I'm from Scotland, so we kind of already got that kind of Celtic bond anyway. But no one will know what I'm talking about here, but there's a guy called Sid James that used to be in the Carry On films, and that's what I call him now, so this is Carry On Captain right now.
By the way, when we're at dinner with the two of them, we understand 1 out of every 5 minutes. Colin and Bobby get together, and I have no idea what they're saying.
Just smile and laugh.
Just
when they
smile
laugh.
and go, they're brilliant.
It's fantastic. They don't realise that we're insulting them with every third word as well.
Well, a lot of what is on the show is CG, so you have to kind of act alongside things that aren't there. Anything particularly challenging last year that you were acting against a green screen, pretending something was in front of you that wasn't?
Fire,
Yeah.
dragons.
Morrison, you had to bite that giant's finger. That was just a...
Oh my God. Yes, I spent a lot of time hanging from a giant green inner tube and biting it over and over and over again. And I went into the makeup trailer and I was like, I think I have chocolate on my lip. I don't remember eating chocolate. We were trying to get off. I had bruised my lip from biting the inner tube over and over and over. That was an interesting great inner tube experience.
Jennifer, you also had to climb a giant vine.
I did.
How did that come about?
Well, I was lucky because I had 2 arms. Poor Colin had a hook in an arm while he was doing that. But they did build about the first 40 feet of that in on our green screen stage, and we did really climb that over and over and over again, which was really fun. I mean, I love doing stuff like that. I did definitely feel very lucky to have 2 arms while I was.
Yeah, it made a big difference. I imagine having 2 arms, because the hook has a little thing that I hold on to, so you can't actually put any pressure. You can't pull on it. So literally, I had to go one-handed and then pretend that I was using the other one and sew one-handed up. So it was difficult, you know.
Yeah.
And Jennifer, talk about working with Jorge Garcia as the Giant.
Oh, I love Jorge. I mean, my God. What an incredible actor and what a lovely human being. I was so happy that it was him playing that role. You know, Emma always connects to people who feel like they're on the outside or they don't feel included, and so that was a really fun character for Emma to develop a friendship with, and Jorge is just lovely to have around no matter what. He's someone that, you know, he's such a wonderful part of the cast, and when he returned sort of in human size in the bean fields, it was just a really nice moment for Emma to sort of reconnect with what felt like an old friend, you know, even though they had gone through so much. So he's great, love him.
You think we'll see more of him, Eddie Adam, this season?
You know, we love Jorge. You know, we wrote for him for 6 years on Lost, and you know, we always knew we wanted to make a giant into a dwarf. So, but we would love to see him this year. We'll see if his schedule allows. But you know, right now we're in Neverland, and the people, you know, we're going to see the people, you know, on the stage right now for a while.
Well, the show is obviously very expensive to film, and I know you rely on sponsorship.
We do. Unfortunately, as always, these water bottles, these panels
comes at a cost.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, and you should be used to it watching the show. We need another just a little moment for a commercial break.
Pardon us.
Dim the lights.